back. We're glad to have you join us live from In the Display today. When we talk about the future of construction equipment design and technology, sometimes the machines can look fairly similar to the equipment already in production. But that's certainly not the case with Volvo's revolutionary LX03 autonomous wheel loader concept. This is a concept model, so it's not something that's available to customers right now, but it offers an idea of what the wheel loader of the future could look like and features that it might have. This morning, we have Arvid Rinaldo on location to give us a closer look at this incredible looking machine. Arvid, can you hear me? I can't hear Arvid. Arvid, thanks for making some time to show us what this machine is and how it's come to be. The machine makes an immediate impression visually, so let's talk a little bit about that first. I've never seen a machine designed quite like this one. It looks like it's from, like, I don't know, the future. Why is it designed this way? I can't hear Arvid. Oh, we're working on the sound. So we're going to take a look at this really interesting, and like I just said, it's the machine of the future. So it's not actually available, it's what the future might look like. Just let me know when Arvid can hear me.
So yes, welcome.
Oh, there we go. Hi, welcome. See, this is what happens when it's live.
Yeah, it is.
Right? So Arvid, tell me a little bit about what they're seeing here. This is the LX03, correct?
Yes, this is our amazing autonomous wheel loader, the LX03.
And tell me a little bit about the future of what this is. What does this look like?
Yeah, I mean, this is really where I love working at Volvo. We take the time, we spend the resources, and we let our people work with designing things for the future. We're actually not that sure if this is the future, but I mean, we have to test. And this is just an amazing concept to prove that. You can see here, if Tony, you join me, you can see here, this is a unique concept. You can see here we have like a scissor frame. There's a special joint here in the front, which actually makes the machine work like a scissor. And this is something that is revolutionary, and it's actually even patent pending on these solutions. You can see, if you look here, Tony, you zoom back, you can see that it's like it's shaped like almost like a scissor, so we can sort of lift up the rear end to be able to utilize the potential energy. So
what is the purpose of the scissor?
Yeah, if you sort of understand the basic physics, if you get the weight up, and then you can see the line that goes straight down here, it goes into the bucket, and here you can see that we can both have the bucket closer to the front wheels, but then we can use the potential energy in the back to use that as free breakout force to be able to get as much power in the bucket as possible. So this is unique. This is a game changer.
And this is the future for sure. So how does the autonomous operation actually work?
Well, what this machine then is equipped with is that we will have GPS sensors, we would have laser scanning, we will have cameras, and this machine will then be able to detect both obstacles and figure out what it's supposed to do. So it's a very advanced system, and that is needed to make operator-free machines for the future.
So what type of applications is the LX03 designed to take on in the future?
Yeah, I think, of course, they will in the beginning. They will be needed to be fairly straightforward, like feeding an asphalt plant or doing repetitive operations. I think that would be the best way to start. But our goal is, of course, to make these machines more and more intelligent and learn more and more. But in the beginning, it will be more basic operations.
So I heard this really interesting story that this machine actually has ties to Lego. I think we talked about this the other day. What I find remarkable, tell us a little bit about the tie it has to Legos.
Yeah, I wish we had some of the kids that were part of developing this product here today, because it actually started as a Lego Technic model, a toy. So we sent some designers to the Lego Design Studio in Denmark. We tried to play around with the Lego elements, and then we came up with this scissor frame solutions and some other groundbreaking things. So we actually share a patent together with Lego and these kids. And I think that's again whoever thought you could develop products for the future with kids and Lego and us at Volvo Construction Equipment. I think that's a really inspiring story.
I think what's so remarkable about that story is that the kids are the future, right? So who better than to talk to kids? And I understand that Volvo did a project with kids specifically. And the neat thing about children, right, is they're not thinking about how things might work currently. They're thinking about way outside the box. What can we do that hasn't been invented? So it makes sense, right?
Yeah.
So Volvo actually did a project with children to see how to create these machines for the future. I think it's genius.
Yeah.
And you know, ConExpo 2030, those kids will be in our booth, in our stand, actually having this interview.
It's inspiring.
For sure. So even though the LX03 may never be commercially available, tell us how the work is done and the concept like this and other machines. What influences and benefits of these models are available to the customers today? Because there are benefits that are already available, correct?
Yeah, and again, this is what I love about this. I mean, we really get the opportunity here at Volvo to explore and test the boundaries of what technology can offer. And then we can take pieces of this concept and gradually integrate it into our existing offer. So for example, there might be really smart software technology or advanced systems, or how to detect people to make machines safer, or any other kinds of things, or clearly, of course, then physical patents that we also can bring into our existing fleets. Either slowly, or we go full on and we deliver this concept faster to the market if there's a strong customer pull, and we manage to pull all the safety details connected to this in the future.
So Arvid, can you take us a little walk around and show us some of the features, since we have Tony, the cameraman, there with you, and just highlight a few extra things? I mean, we got to look at it early on, but we have still some more time. I'd love to learn a little bit more about this machine.
Sure, no problem. We start off then with the part here in the beginning where we mentioned that the whole new lifting framework, which looks completely different to a conventional wheel loader. You also have, you see there's no waste on the machine, so this machines instead then have four-wheel steering. So actually all four wheels turn. You can have it to only steer in the front, only in the back, or on all four wheels. If we step back, we showed that briefly before as well, but the joint here, it's right down here. This is then the unique scissor frame that has never been seen before.
That's remarkable. And so when you walk around, can you highlight what the kids, the Lego series, when we did that interview, what they specifically worked on, what they came up with?
Yeah, one of the things that actually said that we haven't integrated in this machine was that ideally they would have liked to have like a screen on the machine, or like an eye, so that when you approach the machine could smile at you. So that was one of the really cool ideas. We have actually tested to fix the screen for this machine that can make like face impressions, like you feel that, oh, the machine has seen me. So we thought that was a really great idea. It's not on this one, but it might be coming. But then we also have this scissor frame that actually comes from the workshop with the kids. And it is a patent pending, so it is a really good thing. And to be able to use this potential energy and this possibility to reuse energy.
That is unbelievable, I love it. And that's actually just around the corner, so if you're at the show live, you'll definitely be able to take a look at it. Look at the future area. There's a lot of machines here that show you what the future. So have you been hearing different questions? What have people been asking about it?
Well, of course, they ask a lot about how and when this will be brought to market. And we don't know that yet, but that's been the absolute most common question. And then they also ask about how long it can run on a battery and how it's charged, etc. And then we have it will basically run from 4 to 8 hours a day, depending on how hard the application is. And then it's basically possible to charge with, like you do your phone. You just sort of don't have to connect the cable. It just will charge automatically. You just park over the charger and then it will charge. So that was some of the questions people are asking, but it's a big interest.
So let me repeat that, because that's pretty fascinating. It literally will have a charger on the ground that it can just park over top of it, and that's how it charges. So you don't have to plug it in, you don't have to go to a charging station, that little mat of sort. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna need one of those too. I don't know why, but I'm sure I can do something in my front yard with that.
Yeah, one thing actually it's good at, if you think about it, it could actually put a broom brush in the front, and it can be brooming big parking lots for etc. That could be one really good
So it
application.
could be a sweeper.
Sweeper, yeah.
Yeah. So what they use currently is the ones that actually spin around on the bottom. This could actually be like a broom.
Yeah, you can.
Different attachments. Who knew? This is fantastic. Anything else you want to highlight?
Well, I mean, while we have the chance, we're live, maybe some of the kids are watching. We here from Volvo Construction Equipment would officially thank you kids out there that help us bring the future to ConExpo in Las Vegas. Thanks, guys.
That is fantastic, yes. So thank you to all the kids. That was fantastic. And thanks again, Arvid. I really appreciate you showing us the machine of the future. Every ConExpo, Volvo really does a great job showing us where the future of our industry is headed. And you can just help by, you can feel the excitement that you see here in the forward-looking concepts, just like this one. And yes, you can buy the Lego set if you'd like. Up next, Volvo at ConExpo Live. We'll talk to show attendees to get their perspective on what the future of the construction equipment just might look like. What innovative concepts do they foresee on the horizon, like we just saw? So stay tuned, and you'll find out next what everybody's talking about at the show. Watch this.